Well, good morning, my friends. Welcome to another Live Inspired with John O'Leary. I am delighted, as I am every Wednesday morning, to be with you. Start living within the great grace of one day. I heard this quote recently on a podcast interview that I did with William Paul Young. William Paul Young, Paul, is the author of The Shack. It's a movie that released last week. It is a book that had a little bit of success. It sold a little bit over 22 million copies. And during the course of our conversation, he drops this quote, start living within the great grace of one day. My friends, I ask you for a moment to think of your experiences in life and the way you generally go through your days. If you are at all like me and at all like most other people, we spend an exorbitant amount of time thinking about the mistakes we made yesterday, the wrongs done toward us, the things we wish we would not have said or we wish we would have said. We spend a lot of time spending our moments, our thoughts, our energies looking backward. And if we're not looking backward, boom, we're looking forward. And it creates all kinds of anxiety on the to-do list, on things we got to get done, the should-have, could-have, would-have, have-tos, need-tos, all this stuff that is out there in the future. This stuff that may or may not ever show up, but we have it on our to-do list. There's a gap between that list and where we are, which creates all kinds of stress and fear and uncertainties and anxiety. And yet what Paul reminded me on the Live Inspired podcast and what he reminds each one of us today on this show is to pause, to catch your breath. And it's to start living within the great grace of one day, this Wednesday. It is the only day for sure that we know we will have. Start living within the great grace of this one day, my friends. It's great advice on this Wednesday. And if we're lucky enough to get it Thursday and Friday and beyond. If you want to hear more about that interview with Paul Young, the author of The Shack, and let me tell you right now, you do, because the interview is phenomenal. The guest is remarkable. His journey, his ideas, his heart, his faith, his experiences are certainly worth unpacking. Consider checking out the podcast. You can find more at johnolearyinspires.com. Look for it, check it out. And my friends, remember this. This is your day. Live inspired.